Guys, it's Wukong. And if you don't know me by now, I'm a professional boxer and martial artist teaching boxing around the world. I mean, currently I'm in Thailand and I'm making this series called The Mind Game. And I want to help fighters become more strategic. So today we'll talk about conditioning. Now, while dazzling speed is incredible and power is impressive, the holy grail is conditioning. Okay, everyone loves a one-hitter quitter. Everyone loves lightning fast hooks and all of that jazz, but the worst thing that could possibly happen to you is you gas out against a less talented fighter. You know, imagine landing your sauciest combos, you're outpacing somebody in their speed and defending their shoddy offense. And then, 2 rounds later, you gas out. Okay? He ain't slowing down. He's tagging your body, he's slowing you down. And then all of a sudden, that shoddy offense has you on the canvas, in front of your folks, in front of your family. This happens more than you think. The undefeated fan favorite, right? He's losing his O against the underdog. And how does it happen? Consistency, which is code for conditioning. Now, clearly, conditioning is king, but what is it exactly? You know, it isn't as simple as just doing some sprints and, you know, all that. Like, fighting is holistic, so we have to have both mental and physical prowess. There's an actual physiological effect from getting out of your comfort zone. So we'll get into the mental game. Now, the mental stuff involved doing what you don't want to do. Like, there's actually a physiological advantage to doing it. So let's get into our first point, which is discomfort. The first point is discomfort, and you got to embrace it. Okay? The act of defying your desires strengthens your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of the brain that's associated with self-control, decision-making, discipline. And there are studies showing like how the neural pathways of doing something you really, really don't want to do consistently, it helps you under pressure. Stay disciplined. Number 2 is visualize. Right? Fights are crazy. Now, anything can happen, but we don't want to be caught by surprise by those variables. Counters to your strategy, surprising speed, rhythm changes, all this can throw you off, but imagination is your friend. You know, like peer-reviewed studies show significant improvements in performance with those that imagine physical motor tasks. That's a supplement to the training, of course. I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard even took it further, right? He had his corner insulting him, imitating a hostile crowd and unexpected conditions under those lights during a fight. This leads to our third point, which is stress testing. Okay? Just like Sugar Ray, sparring with his own corner, talking about his mama, right? We got to put ourselves in compromising situations for training. Visualization is great, but your mind may panic in the face of physical stress. So having hefty handicaps in training, or like having fresh sparring partners come in every 2 rounds of a long sparring session while you stay in the middle, right? That helps you avoid caving to the pressure. Now, let's get physical, right? So obviously, we got to optimize our training. One of the best types of training is their first point, HIIT training. Boxing is basically a series of bursts, right? Actual punch exchanges usually last about 10 to 30 seconds before returning to neutral. And HIIT training is anaerobic craziness for 30 seconds, followed by 15 seconds of rest, usually. Perfect. Number 2 is the core. Now, staying stable against power shots is crucial. So doing like my fighter sit-ups drill is a great start, but you got to do everything, man. You got to do planks, leg raises, Russian twists. You should be doing crazy high reps on these. I mean, 100, 200 reps is cool, but like that's child's play, honestly. Remember, the core also supplies your power. Now we have point 3, stem. Long runs, right? The bane of every fighter's existence. But remember, the dread is just fuel for your prefrontal cortex. Okay? I mean, I know you don't want to run. I don't either. But the advantages are just too good. We already know getting up out of your silk sheets at 5 a.m. to put in 4 to 6 miles is great mental conditioning. But the aerobic standard in boxing is very high. Putting in those miles 3 times a week is going to give you much better oxidization. And this keeps the lactic acid buildup from turning your legs into lead, you know? So you commit to these 6 principles in training and you're going to become unbreakable. And then we can get into the next stage of building a strategic boxer. Psychology.
As he wants it, so